Where you go, I will go. A bedtime story of Naomi and Ruth. Once upon a time, in a land called Moab, there lived a woman named Naomi. She was from Bethlehem in Judah, but a famine had driven her family far from home in search of food and safety. In Moab, Naomi's life had started fresh. Her husband was with her. Her two sons married kind Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth. For a while there was peace. But over time, sadness found Naomi. First, her husband died. Then both of her sons passed away too. Her heart ached with grief, and it felt like all joy had gone from her life. Naomi looked out across the hills one day and whispered, "I have nothing left." She heard that the Lord had blessed Bethlehem again. There was food in the fields and life returning to the land. So, Naomi decided to go home. As she prepared to leave, Ruth and Orpah came with her, but Naomi turned to them and said gently, "Go back, each of you, to your mother's home. May the Lord show you kindness, as you have shown kindness to your husbands and to me." Ruth 1:8, NIV. Orpah kissed Naomi goodbye with tears. But Ruth stayed. She looked into Naomi's eyes and said the words that would become a promise forever. "Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." Ruth 1:16, NIV. So Naomi and Ruth walked the long road to Bethlehem together. When they arrived, people remembered Naomi and said, "Is this Naomi?" But Naomi replied, "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter." Ruth 1:20, NIV. Her name meant pleasant, but her heart was hurting. Naomi felt like the story of her life had come to an end, but God was just turning the page. During the barley harvest, Ruth went to work in the fields to find food. She didn't know it yet, but the field she entered belonged to a kind man named Boaz. When Boaz saw Ruth, he heard of her faithfulness to Naomi. He said, "May the Lord repay you for what you have done. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." Ruth 2:12, NIV. When Ruth told Naomi about Boaz, a little spark lit in Naomi's heart. "The Lord bless him," Naomi said. "He has not stopped showing his kindness to the living and the dead." Ruth 2:20, NEV. For the first time in a long time, Naomi felt hope. God had not forgotten her after all. Through Ruth's loyalty, through Boaz's kindness, Naomi saw that God was still writing her story. In time, Boaz and Ruth were married. Naomi, once sorrowful, held their newborn son Obed in her arms. The women of Bethlehem came to Naomi and said, "Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a guardian redeemer. He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age." Ruth 4:14-15, NIV. Naomi rocked the baby gently and smiled. Her arms were full, her heart was full, and her life, once bitter, had become sweet again. And so Ruth the Moabite became part of God's great plan. Obed would grow up to be the grandfather of King David, and one day, far down that family line, Jesus would be born. God had been working all along, quietly weaving love and redemption into Naomi's life, even when she couldn't see it. As you lie down to sleep tonight, remember Naomi's story. Even in the darkest times, when it feels like all is lost, God is still near. He can take broken hearts and restore them. He can take sorrow and turn it into joy. He can take empty hands and fill them again. Because just like Naomi, you are never forgotten. So sleep peacefully tonight, under the wings of the God who sees you, loves you, and holds your story in his hands. Good night.